camera. Just fluff it. I really hope I can find that clip.
I challenge you to do it.
Are you ready for the juices? What'd you say? Focus.
Oh no. Ah! Our pet's heads are falling off. Just with a scratch.
Balance restored. Hey, what's up? I don't really know what to say today. It's been a weird day at our house. But what I do have is a huge pile of things over here that I'm gonna be showing you, which are essentially, I think, the 20 either most important things that every person needs in their kitchen, or some of my personal favorite tools. Everything is under $20, and if you are interested in any of it, I will leave everything linked down below if you would like to shop it later. For those of you that maybe are just getting started out in life, some college students, or you've always wanted to be able to cook well in your kitchen and you don't know where to start, this is gonna be like a starter list of things you might want to look into getting for your kitchen. And a great way to accumulate some of these things is like a birthday, an anniversary, Valentine's Day just passed, but you can always ask for these kinds of things. And also, I've been able to find some of them at thrift stores for very, very inexpensive. Before we do that, if you guys are excited for this video, please give the thumbs up button a big hit so it turns blue. Here are 20 essential items for under $20 for your kitchen. Number one is going to be a beginner cookbook. I think everyone should have some kind of introductory, simple cookbook to jumpstart what you do. The first one I ever got was this one right here. I have had this one since I moved away in college in 1999. Yeah, this puppy has seen a lot, and it has some great standard recipes like how to make homemade pancakes, scones, chocolate chip cookies. This chocolate chip cookie recipe is actually where my chocolate chip cookie recipe base came from. I have tweaked it over the years, but it came from this book. This is where I learned to make lasagna. This is where I learned to make chili. This is where I learned to make homemade pasta. There are a ton of great recipes in a very standard Betty Crocker cookbook like this. Another big popular one is The Joy of Cooking. There are some great teaching things in this one, although I do find this one more difficult to read, and it's very large. I got this one for my wedding. One other cookbook that I actually really enjoy that I received early on in my marriage is this collection of Cooking Light magazine recipes. This is from 2004. If I can find this one online, I will link this one as well. Great stuff in this one. Number two is going to be a couple pairs of knives, or a couple of knives. You need a chef knife or chopping knife of some kind, and a paring knife. I feel like these are the two essential knives that every single cook needs in their house. You can get like a chef knife like this from there's a 2-pack at Sam's Club for around $11. Super cheap, fairly good knives. I picked them up a few times if you're looking for an inexpensive option. And a paring knife so you can do small work with your knife. The most important thing is to keep them sharp. Keep them sharp. A really sharp knife will change the game in your kitchen. There's almost nothing worse than trying to chop something with a dull knife and it slides all over the place, and then you accidentally chop off a finger. Sharp knives, good knives, chef knife, paring knife, absolutely. Going along with the knife option, what's the matter with these scissors? I love having a set of kitchen shears. In fact, I have more than one set. I have, hold up, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have four. I have 4 kitchen shears, and I use them all the time. You can chop up chicken. You can cut through a steak. Hey, quesadilla just came off the pan and you can't find your pizza cutter, guess what? You can cut it with this. You want to chop some chives for your meal? Who needs a knife when you can do it with this? I love them. I love my kitchen shears. I should probably get more. Next up, a cutting board, a good cutting board, a big cutting board. I like this one because it has this silicone edging so it doesn't slide around on the counter, because I find it really annoying to like put a rag under here. I don't know, I'm lazy, I guess. I do prefer the plastic cutting boards over the wood ones just because of germs. I feel like I can sanitize these better. I can run it through the dishwasher, sterilize everything. I love it. Cut on this side, flip it over. You got a whole nother clean surface to keep on cutting. And I like these larger ones instead of the smaller ones just because I can get more work done on them. You are definitely going to need a cutting board of some kind, and you can pick these up basically anywhere. Dollar Tree, Walmart, online if you don't want to go out and put pants on. Like, anywhere will sell these. Let's talk about skillets. You will definitely need a skillet of some kind. And if you don't know which one to pick, I highly recommend cast iron because you can basically do everything with it. Once it's seasoned really, really well, it becomes a nonstick pan. You can sear meat in it at really high heat on your stove. You can stick it in the oven. You can cook outside on the fire. And you can even get these, like if you find a really rusted one on the Facebook Marketplace or at a garage sale or something for a couple of bucks, pick it up because you can always take all of the rust off and re-season it like it's new. You know what, if I can get my hands like on an old rusted one, I'll do a whole video on it. We had some that were kind of rusted, and was it this one?
Yeah.
Dave, were you thinking it was just done for?
Mm-hmm.
Like Dave was thinking we were gonna have to throw it away, and I was like, nah, let me get up in here. I think I can salvage it, and oh baby, did I ever. This pan is amazing. And if you don't know how to season it in the first place, cook bacon in it. Cook bacon in it and then smear the bacon grease all over it. It's the best. I will leave one linked down below that's approximately $15 or so. But if you want to get like a bigger one or a heavier one and you still want to save some dollars, keep your eyes open at your thrift store and garage sales. I'm telling you, you'll find good stuff. Don't be scared of the rusted ones. You can fix it. And they last forever. Frying pans, who knew?
Oh, Mama, I have got to get me one of these.
Next we are going to Spatula City.
Spatula City! Spatula City!
People ask where I come up with these like movie clips. They just come to me. Lightning struck my brain. These bendy silicone spatulas that are heat resistant, I love these. I use them all the time. I use them to stir stuff when I'm cooking. I use them to scrape the pan when I'm baking. Get all that pancake batter out. Lick the ice cream tub. Let me tell you how many of these I have. I do not have a problem. Nothing to see here. Keep on moving. You need a spatula. Could be this one, or that 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 one. Get yourself some spatulas. If you're gonna be baking, you need measuring cups and measuring spoons of some kind. It kind of doesn't matter which kind you get. I have plastic, I have metal, it's all the same, but truthfully, you want the ones that are either raised as far as the measurements and not printed, or stamped like this metal one. Because if you get the ones where it's printed on as you wash them and use them, it'll wear off, and you don't want that. So that would kind of be my only tip to you. Measuring spoons, measuring cups, you need these. Next up, not everyone would say it's essential, but I find a very useful tool in the kitchen, and that's this pastry blender. I love this thing. I have had a pastry blender basically my whole married life. You use it to make biscuits, you can mash bananas and mashed potatoes, you can slice strawberries, and you can do what my favorite thing is to do, and that's make pie crust. You can also cut the topping for apple crisp, which is something I do a lot in my house. You don't need it. Like, you can do some of these things in a food processor or with forks, but why would you when you can get this thing? So I had my old one for about 10 years and it broke. Dave found this other one on Amazon and it showed up, and it's like the beast of all pastry blenders. It is so hard. It's one of the OXO brand, which is probably why. This thing is amazing. I love it. Some tools you don't need all the time, but when you do need it, there's no substitution. And the pastry blender is one of those things. I adore my MICROPLANE. I did not always have one of these, but they're very inexpensive, less than $10. And with the amount of zesting and garlic mincing, Parmesan shredding, and dead skin off your heel, just kidding, I don't do that. I don't do that last one. It's another one of those things where like nothing beats it. I love this thing. A pretty inexpensive little treat for yourself, and you only have a couple of dollars to get something really solid. Get a MICROPLANE, you will not regret it. In that same vein, something that is not very much money but will make a huge difference in your kitchen is a really solid vegetable peeler. Now I've had is it Rada? Someone help. RADA vegetable peeler almost my whole married life. Here's what happened. My sister got one for her wedding. She adored it, so got me one for Christmas. I adored it. The only reason I had to get a replacement, I had it for like 7 years and it never got dull. I don't understand, but whatever, is because I think one of my kids accidentally threw it in the garbage as they were like cleaning off potato peels or something like that. Nothing is worse than trying to peel your vegetables with a piece of junk, like one like this, piece of junk. You don't want this. you're gonna wanna stick it in someone's eye. This one, you're gonna be like, dude, I could peel vegetables all day long. Way less than $10, will last forever. I stinking love this thing. This is the best vegetable peeler on the planet. Changed my mind. Very inexpensive item that everyone needs to have is a whisk. In fact, I have them in several sizes. I use them often. If you have lumpy gravy, dude, you need a whisk. If your grits have chunks in them, hello, whisk time. This is what you need. There's just a couple dollars and make a big difference in your cooking. Back in the early days of my marriage, we didn't have very much money. And one year for Christmas, I requested an immersion blender, this actual exact one from Cuisinart. It was about $20. Back then, $20 for Christmas was kind of a big splurge. And I got it and I still have it and it's still one of my favorite things. It pops apart like this. They're super easy to wash. This is the motor piece. They don't cost very much. They can make really nice soups, really nice smoothies. In fact, if you pick these up at the thrift store like I do for $1 or something, check it. You don't even need a blender. If you can't afford a blender, it's a blender bottle. This is a great investment. I don't use it all the time, but when it is time to use it, once again, no replacement. Next up, for me, my kitchen gloves are essential. Here's the deal. I used to wash the dishes all the time by hand because the first 2 years we were married, we didn't have a dishwasher. I had to wash them by hand and I didn't use gloves. I didn't think about it. But as I had more kids and as I cooked more and as I got more messy and my hands got blah and old, like they get so cracked. They get so cracked and gross, and now like touching the gross dirty water is like bleh. It's like I turned into monk as I got older. Like the germs and the ew and ugh, I don't want it. But kitchen gloves, I can crank the heat of that water so high, scalding, and it doesn't hurt my hands. My hands stay dry. I don't touch the gross food. I don't touch the germs. And my hands don't get like cracked for only like $2 at Walmart. So worth it. I keep several packs of these in my house at all times. And I even take them on vacation. I may or may not have turned into my mother. Are you ready for the tool I didn't know I needed? It's this guy. I got this actually recently, well, a couple months ago, from the company reached out to me and they're like, hey, let me send you a lemon juicer. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I love this thing. This is the best like lemon lime juicer ever. Before I had one of the ones I had to like push with my arm and hold it on a bowl and it would like pop everywhere. Or I'd have to squeeze it with my hand like a caveman. This has changed my life. Like, what a time to be alive. The life of luxury. That's what this has afforded me. I can have squeezed lime in all of my drinks now. Who is she? What's happening? Do you need citrus in your drinks? You need to go get this. I cannot believe how much I use it. I cannot believe how much I love it. This thing is amazing. Holla, you need a colander or strainer or whatever you want to call it. These are also fairly cheap. You can get pretty colors. Like I love the white because most of my kitchen is not white. So I love the white. It's just so airy and bright. You can rinse your vegetables. You can wash things. You can drain your pasta. I love this thing. I actually have like 5. Mixing bowls, another essential. I actually prefer glass bowls most of the time because you can do anything with them. Mashed potatoes, you can stick them in the microwave. A lot of the Pyrex ones you can stick in the oven. They go in the dishwasher. You can put raw chicken on them and clean them out, sterilize them, no big deal. You can make cookies, you can serve a salad and it looks nice. Like, I think I got this one at a garage sale for like $2. It's a great bargain. Look for like kitchen stuff like this at garage sales. I found some really good deals. Cheese grater. What else is there to say? You need a cheese grater. That's it, because cheese is life. Hand mixer. Now, if you can't afford a stand mixer like a KitchenAid or a Bosch and you haven't gotten one from a wedding or a graduation gift or something like that, this is fine. This is totally fine. This is like all my mom had my whole growing up life, and guess what? I survived. I made it 17 years before I moved out of the house. Mine is an Oster brand. I think that's how you pronounce that, but any brand will be fine. When I first went off to college, I had this really sad thing with one. I called it the Cyclops. And it was cheap, and I made banana bread and cookies and mashed potatoes and all kinds of stuff with it. This, with a mixing bowl, you can just use it for so many things. So I think this is way more important than any kind of stand mixer you can find. And you can get really, really inexpensive ones. You can get expensive ones if you want. I'll try and find my exact one, but I don't know that I can, but I will link one that is about $20 down below for you. Last but not least, the most expensive and the splurge of the group, is my OXO salad spinner, and it made the list because as of the recording of this video, it's on sale on Amazon for $23. And I consider that fairly close to $20 price for you guys. I love this thing because it's sturdy. I have broken many salad spinners in my life and thus far have not been able to kill this one. You can use it as a serving bowl for fruits and veggies and salad. You can do what me and my friend Jen Chapin do and fill it with this, fill it with water, and wash all of your produce. And then of course you can put the top on and spin your salad greens dry, especially right now if you're trying to eat more healthy in preparation for summertime and going out to the beach or lake or whatever it is that you are going to be doing. Everyone's trying to get all that health and fitness by eating more salads this time of year when it's warm outside. So this is one of my favorite purchases that I've made in the last 6 months. $23, not too shabby. Okay, hopefully I counted correctly, and that is indeed 20 items that you guys need for your kitchen. If you guys think I missed something that you find essential that I did not cover in today's video, please tell me what it is down below so people that are just getting started putting their kitchens together can have some more input from experts like you. If you guys like this kind of video, please let me know down below or hit the thumbs up button so I know to make more videos like this in the future. Hey, if you have not subscribed yet, do that over here. And if you want to see any other videos I've done, click over here and I'll see you in the next video.